Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast. My name is Billy, and this is my guest host, Wilson.
I'm not a
And we like
guess.
stuff movies.
I'm not a guess. I
Well,
guess. I guess. I guess the if it's a guess, then it's a recurring guess. Then technically, that's no longer a guess. It's more of a extended family. You see.
an extended family. I don't know
that
why. In my head, I'm just thinking it's like there's an expiry date for a family, and then you have an extended expiration date.
is this like renewing your visa? You need to like extend it so like your family card's still valid. You need to go to the you need to go to the family embassy.
Yeah, like every clan has their own embassy,
Yeah.
and you have to pay someone diddly shit just to handle everyone's paperwork.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, what we're here for today, Wilson.
Good.
You can see the poster next to us, right?
Yeah. Just before we go into that, if you will be here, you might be hearing some coughs, some maybe even some sneezes once in a while because I'm not feeling the best shape today. Because my housemates are, they gave me the disease, so now I have it. So thanks, housemates.
Fortunately, it's not COVID, but yeah, still having it rough.
No, it's not COVID. I already tested it out, but it's still, who wants to get sick, right? Come on. So, okay. Um, I was about to say, speaking of sick, twisted films, but technically this is not really it's a sick, twisted film because it's I would tell you that this is more of it's more of an experience, right? So this film that we're talking about now is Paprika. It's released back in 2006. That's about 15 years ago. Is it? 15?
16 years ago.
16 years ago, yeah. Close enough. Um it's the same, so the director is also responsible. His name is Satoshi. Oh, okay. You just wait.
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay. Um, so the director, he has done some obscure, not obscure, but somewhat indie, but it's also pretty well known in the indie market. Perfect Blue, Tokyo Godfathers, which actually has a cameo in this film as well. If you actually did watch it, which I did actually found out, which I did saw when I was watching it, even though it's a little bit too shoved into my face. But okay, that's cool. Um, but yeah, and also this is also done in the studio where what's this called?
Madhouse.
Yeah, Matt. No, yeah, Matt. Yeah, that's right, Madhouse. But I think wait earlier I was checking, and then Madhouse they what do you call that? They did a few films that we actually did watch together and made some episodes about, like the girl who led through time. Belle, actually, yes, Belle. What else do we cover? I think, yeah, I think that's it for the ones that we have seen. Oh yeah, I really want to talk about Red Line like one day, which is also, it has its own legendary story behind it with Studio
Oh yeah,
Madhouse. Yes.
we should watch it together.
Yes,
Like
it's
grab a lot of people and then just eat a lot of popcorn. It's going to be a crazy dumb fun, isn't it?
that film is literally almost the equivalent of an anime of Mad Max Fury Road. I'm being dead serious. Um, but yeah, so sorry, coming back to Paprika, and so this film, it's basically a bunch of, well, not bunch of, it's so there's a facility, right? There's a research facility. I forgot what it's called, but
I don't think there's a
they
name.
yeah, but it is a research facility. They do have a name. They have a name. They actually like show you at the beginning. But it's very, very brief, and I don't think they frame it. I don't think it's super relevant. But anyway, there's a specific facility. They specialize on creating these dream devices. What are they called again?
They're called DC Mini.
DC Mini. That's right. So that device, what it does is you have to attach it to like one of your ear lobes, and then and basically how it's supposed to function is you have to go to sleep first, and make sure you're in REM sleep. So definitely, somebody will be watching out for for you, which is in this case, which is called what's the name again? What's the doctor's name again?
Dr. Chiba.
That's right, Dr. Chiba. So there's so this guy, yeah. So this guy is basically watching over all of the patients. Is it patients? Basically, people who are subjected to sleep in the lab. But then at the same time, apparently this I'm not sure if it's also can be considered a dream heist. Well, wait, no, shit. It's not really
It's a
dream
heist film? No, I'm joking.
Well, the thing is I think most people actually do know about this. Well, no, not most people, but at least the intellectual film buffs like you and me, we know that this heavily inspired Inception, which I actually don't like Inception, so you can hit me on that. But guess what? In theory, I'm supposed to hate this, but I'm not. I actually like it a lot more than I expected, to be honest with you, because the amazing thing about so back to the thing here. So yeah, so like the DC Mini is attached to your head, and like the doctor's like monitoring you, and so there's like this monitor in front of the doctor where he can actually see your dreams. But it's also, if you think about it, right, if you think about it in terms of like in world, in universe like lore, it doesn't really make sense. Like, why is it framed like a movie? Why is it framed like a movie? Why is it stitched together like a movie? Unless if it makes more sense probably if all of the people there are really really into films, where apparently there is one character who actually doesn't want to admit that he likes films, but it's very clear that he really does, especially when we audiences, we enter into his dream world. There's like a lot of these what's this called again? Yeah, so there's like this one part where there's a hall. Well, not hall. There's like a bunch of buildings with a couple of like film posters attached to the walls. Basically, it's like a bunch of film screens, like those old school ones that was still relevant back in the 80s and 70s. Well, at least in Asia, because I think in like the West is a bit different. But yeah, that's how people usually watch films like back then. Then as well, there's like, it's also like, so I think we also did discuss about this. Bill, are you listening? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah, so there's also like this part as well where the he also explains to he technically explained to us, but then in the story he's explained to Paprika, which is actually a character. So the name of the title of the film is actually one of the characters' name. But yeah, so this detective, he explains to Paprika about how when you're drawing like what imaginary line, and then in the film there's actually an imaginary line that's like appearing.
Yeah, and actually the camera work actually relevant to what they're talking about, right? As if like, oh, okay, so this imaginary line, the camera shouldn't cross it when two characters are talking, because otherwise the edit will be awkward. And they actually do that in the with the camera, right? Which is weird. And then they also talk about pan focus to show all the characters from a certain angle, and also the camera does that too. So it's very meta.
I find, no, actually the thing is, because I think if this film is about films, yeah, just like what filmmaking is, and they're trying to make a commentary on how complicated is it to make films. I think that aspect can work on its own. But the thing is, you need to keep in mind that this is a film about dreams. So when that happens, I mean, yeah, I mean we are in the dreams world of one of the characters who really likes films. I guess it makes sense, but I think I don't know. It's a at least in my opinion, I think it's a little too shoehorned in if that even yeah, if you catch my drift. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little
probably it is true hard, but I think it's
you know.
I think it's probably it's just the creator of the film. They express their love to film and making in general. So just to show,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
hey,
it's
it's this all filmmaking is very interesting. There's all of this technique and shit.
yeah, but the thing is that it's kind of out of nowhere because the ones that was established prior is more of his. I think it's kind of an allegory about the detective's like guilt of like his self-loathing,
Yeah, because
right?
his best friend is a filmmaker, right?
Yeah. His best friend is a filmmaker, but then he kind of never really get the chance to be one. He becomes a detective instead, and I think he's kind of suppressing that emotion within him, and that's actually is being displayed very yeah, I mean mostly pretty well within the film. That yeah, um it's clear that he doesn't like the life that he's living now, but it's also kind of relatable too because to be honest with you, there's people out there who don't really have the privilege to do what they want, but hey.
Oh, a little bit of an early trivia, right?
Yep.
So the film is actually adapted from a book,
Oh really? I
and the
didn't know
character
about
of
that.
and the character of the detective, right? It's actually original to the film. It's at the request
Oh,
of the director.
that's so good. Okay, wow. Okay, that is a really good addition because the thing is okay. So there's technically an A and a B story if you did notice, especially at like the first half at least, right? So yeah, the detective
Oh, what?
story.
Oh, detective story.
Yeah. So there's the A and the B story, right? So there's the detective's story where, he's shit. Yeah. He's trying to follow like Paprika and like what the fuck is this girl trying to do with me? He's like leading me to like really weird places. Then also what else? Yeah, and then there's like the B story where like in this research facility they actually found out that oh shit, somebody stole one of the DC minis.
Three of
Uh,
them.
three of them. Wait, did they actually find out who stole them?
So the first guy is Doctor. Who's that fat scientist? Basically, his friend.
Mm.
Yeah, the fat scientist is Doctor Tokita, right? The guy
Oh,
who invented the machine,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then he has a friend called Himuro, who seems to be jealous of him, and he stole one of the device. And then the other two is very heavy spoiler. It's the director and the other scientist.
Oh yeah. It's basically like the CEO and also like his bitch.
Yeah. And actually, right, how to put this? It's just like the CEO at the start, he keeps saying like, "Oh, dream is sacred, science shouldn't intrude it," and then here he is stealing that crap, and then practically try to go make everyone insane.
I
Very
find
hypocrite.
I find the yeah, I mean it's hypocrite, but it's also really I think the way they execute that part where he just turns into like like a cliche anime villain is like, oh, I want all this power. I'm going to turn the reality and dreams into one because power.
Now,
It's like at the end, I was like, oh god, no.
now, from my interpretation, right, there's this bit blurred line to how much evil he is. I mean, probably he is already started off evil, but he maybe went off his meds at the moment he get his hand on
Off
the
his
actual dream
meds.
machine. Yeah, because there's an explanation while Dr. Chiba, right? Atsuko Ichiba, and also the chief, Shima, right? They want to confront the CEO.
Yeah.
They actually mentioned about dreams combining into this one giant mess, making a delusion, and then
Yes.
they state that it's his delusion. I
Yep.
wonder if it's his overexposure to the dream machine actually make him even more crazy than
Oh
he
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
maybe already
True. True.
was.
True. 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 Because I think because the thing is like he gets when you're kind of get stuck into like the dream, right? You're starting to be unsure which is real, which is not, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's actually quite prevalent within like the whole film as well. So there's like some instances where we thought that the character is out of the dream, but apparently nope, it's still you still can warp through like walls. You can still get sucked into like the ground underneath, and then you'll be transported somewhere. And oh fuck, okay. And there's also
the original dream inside the dream beams, right?
exactly. No, I mean, this is even this hallway. Actually, I was surprised they introduced it very early in the film. So the hallway scene, right, where he's um, chasing a man, actually chasing a man.
Basically a killer, right? The killer whoever shot the other guy.
That's right. That's right. So there's a killer that shot like the guy in front of him. Then he's trying to chase the killer, and then you see like the floor just like starting to become like a carpet, like being rolled and rolled, and the whole room starts to kind of like warp into like nothingness, and then he just falls off, things like that. And then there's also like one time where he kind of got into like a loop as well. Remember?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like wow, okay. the amazing thing about like dreams, right? Because the thing is like it's so flexible and it's so open to creativity that you can literally do anything. You don't have to be restricted to physical and tangible reality, right? There's no gravity. I mean, you can, but that doesn't mean the gravity should exist. So no need to conform to science and all these different things. So yeah, you can. Hey, if you want to be a teddy bear, you can be a teddy bear. That kind of thing, or at least yeah.
Remember when Paprika was being chased by the chairman and also the other evil scientist, right?
Yeah.
During the whole chase sequence,
Oh
and then
yeah,
apparently,
yeah.
just another dream. But there
Oh,
are
yeah.
some segments that's so trippy, right? Like when she found this underground tunnel, and the thing is, she want to go through this small hole, so she just walked off camera. But then another her walk into the camera as a small fairy. It's so trippy, right?
Oh yeah.
And also as she tried to run away, and she got trapped in one of those pagoda filled with dolls, right?
Oh yeah.
She saw her past, herself from her past, and then she tell her past to run away, and she become her past.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Watching this, right, makes me think that holy crap, Inception has nothing on this.
No.
Yeah, because the thing is, Inception is too sane. Unfortunately, it didn't like the crazy imagination.
No. The issue I have with Inception is that, because Chris. Well, I don't know if it's Chris or the producers like think that the audiences are too dumb to keep up. So what they end up doing in the film, if you actually did notice, or if you did watch it again, they actually have to explain to you what's gonna happen, what's happening, and yeah, just to get just to get the audiences just to keep track with the film, because they don't really trust their audience for some reason, even though it's quite clear that from like their actions actually it's pretty clear that they're in a dream within a dream. And okay, the concept is that are you sure when you basically wake up, is it still a dream, or is it not a dream, that kind of thing, or maybe even both, that kind of thing, right? It's pretty straightforward, but the thing is, in the film they kind of have to explain to you, well they explain to another character, but it's subtly explained to the audience, but I still think it's really stupid. So it kind of hurts the film like too much. That's why I prefer like this one where Paprika, where they're just like, hey, we're gonna show you all this trippy shit, and obviously there is a story that's also going through the whole madness, but we trust you that you can keep up like that. I like that. I like this kind of approach. So it's a bit risky because you're risking your audiences to actually come up with their own interpretation, which I think is fine. Even though the film itself, if it has a pretty structured narrative, right? Well, yeah, it's a pretty structured like narrative where, um, you got like these people who found out that somebody stole like the DC mini devices, and okay, we're trying to find like who is it, exploring different dreams just to not, just to find out that it is you, it is you, okay, it turns out it's not you, it's the CEO, the asshole, and that other bitch who stole, who took it. So, okay, yeah, I mean, fuck.
Speaking of open to interpretation, right? Makes me like there's this one nagging question that I have after I finish the film. Who the heck is Paprika?
Right.
Because that's the thing, right? It's just she's one of the main character. She's the title of the film, and she's somewhat established. Okay, so she's the alter ego of the Doctor, right? Doctor Chiba.
That's
But
right.
seriously, who is she? Because it's as if they have split personality.
So okay, at first I thought that Paprika is the woman scientist. What's her name again?
Atsuko Chiba.
Yeah, I thought it's her, right? But then, well, at least an alter, like her alter ego, because I think there is like a line in the film when she's like, Paprika told her that, have you thought about that you are the you are a part of me, that kind of thing. It's like,
Yeah, they
okay.
throw that comment at each other, right?
Yeah. So the woman scientist said that, hey, are you you're just a figment from well, not figment from my imagination, no, I was saying that basically like a part of me, that some sort of line saying that they, like, Paprika is just basically one of her alter egos. But then Paprika said, "Oh no, actually it's you, or one of my alter egos." Have you thought about that? And it's just like, okay.
I suppose that goes hand in hand with the fact that this film tried to blur reality and dream, right? So you don't know who is who. I mean, I suppose Dr. Atsuko Chiba, she was born as her, but then somewhere along the way, then it's like she somehow changed. Maybe like she originally has Paprika's personality, but then turned sour and quiet, like as we see her now, or maybe it's the other way
Aww.
around. Who knows? Or maybe it's like Paprika is her repressed emotion, or maybe it's just her, because I think she's a psychiatrist, right? She's supposed to treat people with regrets and depression
Yeah.
through the machine. Maybe she just created Paprika just for maybe it's the easiest way to work with the client.
Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, it's
Probably.
a little confusing. Like, it's so weird, especially the last part where you can see her and Chiba run together when the whole world's merging with a dream.
So that's why I was thinking in my head, right? I think this woman scientist, like the character, she probably has a split border, like a split personality. I'm assuming, because the thing is, the other characters, they're still, yeah, I mean, yeah, they can transform into different entities or whatever. Like, yeah, if you want to be a doll, you can be a doll, but it's usually just like one doll. It's not there's not two individual entities with two different, completely different personalities. So I was thinking that, yeah, um I think Paprika is actually her. Well, I mean, like, yeah, they share one body. It's just that they're just two different people, if that makes sense. So yeah, at least that's the way I see it, because it's I think it also makes it easier because I've seen this really good show called Doom Patrol. So there's was one character called what's her name? Crazy Jane. 64 personalities, and when you enter her mind, um, so there are literally 64 individual characters that's actually standing on, like, well, yeah, that is inside this weird abandoned facility, which is a metaphor of her 64 different personalities, which totally makes sense. I think that's what's what I think that's what Satoshi Kon is trying to tell us. I don't know. Maybe I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, do you want to discuss about like that scene where what like like what's the guy? So like one of yeah, like the CEO's is bitch, right? He kind of the quote unquote touch Paprika, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh fuck. Because
Yeah.
yeah, because I was thinking in one way, but actually it kind of becomes worse because it's a dream, you know.
He can
Oh,
do anything.
you can do anything, and what happens is that what he basically like rips Paprika, right? Remember? He
Yeah, and
rips
then
he
refill the doctor inside, right?
If the doctor is like, yeah, exactly. So I was thinking like, yeah, basically it confirms like my speculation, which is, yeah, like it is her. But it's just that. Oh well, hang on. So is it a split personality or is it a repressed
We
personality?
we don't know. It's never established. I thought we'll see her backstory, but it never happened. I was expecting a backstory all this time.
Yeah, true,
And
true, true.
yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's just that if you think about it, it's actually symbolically applicable in both interpretation. Either she used Paprika as a disguise to treat her patient, and then that's basically her personality inside Dream World,
Mm.
or she's literally part of Paprika.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah, it's so screwy. It's just like it works with any interpretation.
Mm. Oh God.
Like seriously though, I think this movie is probably one of the best when it comes to show the craziness of a dream world and also the pure insanity. Like, and technically, it's basically lifting up Inception and actually taking it further. For example, in the film Inception, right? Technically, the term Inception is that it's to plant ideas to someone's head without them knowing, right?
Yeah.
Which only happened twice, and even then, it's very subtle.
Oh yeah,
One
you're
is
right.
yeah,
Oh, you're right.
exactly. One is the wife who keep thinking that she's inside a dream, and then she tries to commit suicide, which actually happened to her in real life. And the other is the heir of the rich company that they try to make him want to split the company, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is very hard to do, and unfortunately, it's just too subtle, I should say. And that's the thing. Even with the inception part of the rich guy, you don't actually see it. It wasn't very focused on, other than the fact that he sees his dying father,
Mm.
and give him the pinwheel, right, just to do whatever he wants. But that's the thing. It's so limited. But then here,
Yep.
it's pure outright insanity. Like, what do you think when remember at the start of the film when all the doctors and the chairman, they talk together to discuss about the stolen device, and then it's a serious conversation, right?
Yeah.
And then the chief start talking rambling nonsense. Like, wait, what? Hang on, am I not getting anything? What did you think back then?
Wait. Which part is this again?
This is at the start. I think like 5 minutes mark after when they discuss about the stolen device, and then the chief went crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now. So, when the chief just like fucking like launch out of the window, just like jump out of the window.
Yeah, but the
I was
bit
like,
was so
what the?
weird though. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
like, oh yeah, I am the great mayor and something about discount and crap.
He spit out like the weirdest line I've ever heard. at least for a while. And then I think like next, like, yeah, literally the next scene, he's sleeping. Well, obviously he probably broke some bones, but he's sleeping somewhere in the lab. Then yeah. But then actually, yeah, it's like that part, right? It does get me to, at least the way I think, like the way the movie introduced like this concept of going into someone's dream. It's very, okay, like the way they like introduce it is very weird.
But it makes sense too, right? In its own nonsensical way.
I mean, yes. I mean, I didn't expect this odd doctor just wanted to launch himself off and then go to a coma, but okay, I guess this is how it works now.
And remember when Paprika tried to save him, right, from his insane dream?
Yeah.
Does it remind you anything? The way she does it?
Actually, no. Where does it remind me of?
So basically, he's just sitting down on his throne, right? Still spouting nonsense.
Yeah.
And then he finally recognized that, oh, it's Paprika. And he say like, okay, I'm going to go a little bit rough. And she went inside him.
Oh!
Yeah, and then it starts expanding and like, boop, explode.
Oh, yeah.
And then and I can actually see him smiling.
Dude.
Float on.
There's so many sexual innuendos, but they don't they don't go full throttle because it's a dream. You get what I mean, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna go inside you, but then like she literally goes inside him. And he's like, ah, like, wow.
Okay, I mean, like, I suppose in reality that's also the case, right? When that happened, you usually wake up straight away. Yeah, but
well. Okay. Realistically, if you have a bad dream, when you wake up, you wouldn't be like gasping for air. You would just be like, oh wow, that sucks. That's one faulty from the movie of being not as realistic. Because I remember like when they're trying to wake up like the woman scientist, and then she just like when she woke up she's just like gasping for air. It's like and like you can see her like protruding like sweats and all that. I was like no. I mean that's for dramatic purpose, but I don't know, like. I don't know. I'm just trying to pick this movie apart as much as I can, even though I fucking like love it.
Actually, speaking of picking this movie apart, the ending scene where the female doctor getting together with the fat doctor, it doesn't make sense. I don't see any build up romance. I don't feel it. I thought they're just like treating each other as friends, colleagues, right?
I think that is the case. I really hope that is the case.
No, but it's already established because when the chief police officer go into that online bar thing, I have no idea what the heck is that. Is that even a dream or just him entering a website and then they stylize it? Paprika left a message that the doctor changed her last name.
Oh, so they're married?
Yeah, they're about to be married. But yeah, it's weird. Honestly, here's the thing.
Yeah. You're right.
This film is interesting because, how to put this, it's like probably one of the few with the time where they depict a fat character as being really nice. I'm a bit childish, sure, but he's just basically trying to do his best, right?
I mean, okay, let's just be honest. He is a man-child, though, to be fair, but he's still really good, with his skills of making these texts, right? But still, like at the core, he's a little bit immature, but he has a good heart. That's what it matters the most.
Even then, from my interpretation, right, his immaturity is not that bad, really, because he just didn't add the access functionality to the device, so if anyone who use it can hack to the other machine, but it's very minor, and then he lost it. So it's very arguable. It's just anyone can, no matter the mental maturity, can make that mistake.
I think right. If this movie is 2 hours long, I think it might solve. Okay, one thing I think it could probably fix that part, which is the part that you're a bit frustrated. That yeah, they kind of rushed the plot with her and the fat guy. They kind of they actually have feelings for each other, and then they ended up marrying. And I'm like, yeah, I guess the thing is that um I didn't really feel anything with these characters. I just see them more like as really, yeah. I mean, they have very interesting. No, not interesting. They, it's like they're friends. Like they're really good friends. That's why um, when the fat guy is, especially like that one scene when the fat guy is being a little bit immature and not taking his own responsibilities and owning up to his like mistakes, especially when it's his colleague that he's been working together with to develop these mini devices. Like he's gone, and then he's just trying to not think about that, and all these different things. I think for that part, I think if this movie extends for like 2 hours, because it's originally 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I think they extend to the 2 hour. I think you might at least expand a little bit on that one, and I think the ending will be a little bit more impactful.
Yeah, exactly. Although,
Yeah.
I mean, it does show that both of them trust each other. For example, like the female doctor stand up for him when the CEO's bitch basically should talk about him.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's a little too rushed. I would say it's a little too rushed.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's a little too rushed. I think it would definitely benefit a lot if the runtime is a little bit longer. But again, this is Madhouse, so
Yeah. To be honest with you, of all the characters, the only one that I can actually feel relate to is just Konikawa, the police officer.
oh
Everyone else just seems to
Me
be
too,
doing
me
their own
too,
thing.
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and funnily enough, it's one original character, so like kudos for Satoshi Kon for adding him. And also apparently is somewhat of his own avatar, just to display what he likes and shit.
Man, this is
It's a
I
journey.
I I I have to come to Instagram, right? Like literally seconds after I watched it, and I went to Instagram. I went to Letterboxd. I really like. Yeah, I'm gonna give this rating by the way. An 8 out of 10. It's fucking great. Um, and then once I'm done with that, I posted on my Instagram story, and then I went and then I wrote the tagline saying top 20 wonders of the world.
Oh, do you know the tagline when they distribute it in America?
What is it?
This is your brain on anime.
Oh yeah, that's I know.
It's so cringe, but I guess this is the early 2000 anyway, when anime wasn't that big in the Western world yet.
Yeah, true. This is your brain. Oh god, but yeah. Fuck. I will. I would definitely recommend this to especially people. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I will not recommend it to my brother because he hates these kind of animes. It's just a bit sad, but okay, why fine. He likes more rom-com stuff. More wholesome content, not the kind where you plunge your hand to someone's body and then it kind of like just merge together. Not that kind of wholesome, but yeah. Then yeah, I'll definitely recommend. Yeah, basically, I'll recommend this to my weeb friends, even some friends as well who is really into film. Definitely, you should watch this if you haven't. Please do watch it. Actually, you will definitely get so much inspiration for your next film project. You're probably will add like, oh, what if this character goes into this other character's dream and then plants some sort of bomb inside? So when the bomb goes out, the character will actually die as well in real life. Wow!
Wow.
Wow! And yeah,
Kind of happened in this film.
yeah. What did you think about Paprika? Overall.
I really like it. Maybe she'll watch it while you're somewhat drunk, I guess, and
What?
go crazy.
Why?
Because it's so trippy. Yeah,
You mean when you're high on like weed?
yeah, that too. But I haven't done that. But yeah, anyway, so um, yeah, this is a really great movie, I think, and for a film about dreams, right?
Mm.
And knowing Satoshi Kon, because apparently he directed some dark film. This is actually pretty lighthearted.
It is. It is. It is. You
Yeah, it's
compare.
just yeah, it's a weird film. It's very deeply psychological, but then it actually have good resolution.
There are some disturbing elements like that pseudo rape scene, and then as well some other aspects where I'm also a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, overall, it's really wholesome. Coming from the guy who made Perfect Blue, you know. About what's that story again? It's a girl, right? So she's a pop star, and then there's like a stalker that's like stalking her. Is it?
Yeah, I only know it on the surface level. I haven't watched it.
Me too. We probably should watch that like
We should, we
sometime
should.
later. But
Well,
yeah.
you'll be missed, Satoshi Kon. You'll be missed.
He passed away, huh?
Yeah, passed away.
Oh
Paprika
damn.
is his last completed project. Actually,
Oh.
he was making a film called The Dream Machine, but then he passed away partway through, so that movie will never be finished.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh wait, but anyway, bit of quick trivia, right? The two bartender, which I have no idea if they're real people or AI or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um, both of them are voiced by Satoshi Kon and the guy who wrote the original book.
Oh.
Yeah, surprise,
Oh.
surprise, right?
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. What's your rating? Would you recommend?
I'll give it an 8 too.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Cool. Who would you recommend? Would you recommend
Uh,
for a first date?
I mean, I suppose it depends on what kind of person you're dating with, right? If you know that she's into a trippy artsy film, maybe they'll like it. Just make an impression rather than just random as rom-com. Please don't watch The Proposal.
What's the proposal? Okay, I think if I ask further, I'll definitely be more curious and I'll hate myself for asking that.
I mean, it's a good rom-com, but at the same time, it's so damn generic.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Anyway,
All
so
right.
yeah,
Uh, okay. To close it off, where can they find us, Billy?
y'all can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and Podbeans. And you can find us on our socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. I mean TikTok.
TikTok.
I prefer to call it TikTok. It sounds
Actually,
cuter that way.
I was thinking maybe I could use that name for my for that project that I'm working on. Yeah, TikTok sounds pretty good. Anyway, see you guys.
Bye bye.